Most people know Arkham Asylum as the place Batman locks up his rogues gallery. But decades before Gotham had a zip code, that name first appeared in the 1930s pulp fiction of a different architect. H.P. Lovecraft built the foundation of modern cosmic horror. In his fictional universe, the Arkham Sanitarium served as the inevitable, tragic endpoint for any character unfortunate enough to glimpse a monster or a mind-bending interdimensional god. If you look at the geography of his fictional town, the sanitarium sits suspiciously close, literally a stone's throw away, from the medical school at Miskatonic University. That placement is deliberate. It acts as a horrific revolving door, where unchecked academic curiosity practically guarantees a one-way trip to a padded cell. Writing about ancient tentacle deities and unethical medical students like Herbert West reanimating corpses comes with a massive creative risk. Put too many ghouls on the page, and the story crosses the line from terrifying into completely ridiculous. Lovecraft relied on evil verisimilitude, anchoring his cosmic dread within the mundane, undeniable structures of everyday life. He built the fictional Arkham Sanitarium on the foundations of a massive, operational institution standing right in his own New England backyard. This map shows the geography of 19th century Massachusetts. Just north of Boston sits Danvers, home to the real-world Danvers State Insane Asylum. This specific cluster of towns in Essex County forms the geographical bedrock for the mythos, now known as Lovecraft Country. Standing over the landscape was this massive brick facade. Built in the Victorian Gothic style, the hospital's central tower loomed over the surrounding countryside. Before creating a fictional counterpart, the author explicitly name-dropped the real Danvers Hospital in early stories like Pickman's Model and The Shadow over Innsmouth. Utilizing real geography first establishes a baseline of trust with the reader. If the hospital is a genuine place you can visit, your brain subconsciously assumes the monster sending people there must be real too. Once that baseline reality was firmly established, the real hospital evolved into the completely fictional Arkham Sanitarium, making its first official appearance in the 1933 story The Thing on the Doorstep. Inside, characters were confined to stark, empty metal beds. The wards presented a chilling, clinical environment designed to contain those who had seen too much. This setup relies on what scholars call spatial horror. The sanitarium is placed directly adjacent to Miskatonic University's pristine campus, right across the street. This physical proximity establishes a cruel structural logic. Those who study the forbidden at the university eventually cross the street as patients. The town's very layout dictates that extreme intellectual curiosity naturally and inevitably ends in a padded cell. That strategy of geographic mapping didn't stop at the asylum. Miskatonic University itself was heavily modeled on elite Ivy League schools, primarily Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Fusing the recognizable architecture of elite academia with the very real threat of psychiatric confinement brought the cosmic horror dangerously close to home. It grounded the ancient cults and alien biology in familiar, everyday settings. The ultimate proof of this technique's success happened entirely off the page. The verisimilitude was so effective that readers were tricked into believing the fiction. Regular people began writing to actual prestigious libraries around the world, seriously demanding to see copies of the Necronomicon, a book of dark magic that never actually existed. The sanitarium functions as the anchor for Lovecraft's world-building, using recognizable local architecture to lend weight to the unknown. It proves that to make an audience truly fear the unknown, you do not build an alien landscape. You place the terror directly inside a building they already recognize.